Hi, I'm Gutenberg Martin. I have a master degree in history and I'm surveyor of historical buildings. Today I took you on a hill Gang, or in German Gang, that's just above the town and the Sedlec monastery where I made the previous episode, and I took you here because I would like to tell you the story, the legend of monk Antoň, and how he found a silver here on this hill somewhere. So just to show you where we are, hopefully you will see it. So over here is Sedlec monastery. You against the sun, hopefully you can see the top of the this little tower on the cathedral, and over there is the town itself. I'm not sure you can see it, but maybe with a little bit fantasy you can think it's there. Okay, let's start it. There was a monk named Antoň, and he lived in a Sedlec monastery, so he was in the Cistercian order, and he liked his breakfasts and afternoon walks. He was kind of a little bit like a hobbit, you know. So he used to chill out on these lands in these orchards, and one after a very big lunch he went for a walk, and because the lunch was really big, he just sat under the tree and fell asleep. And during his sleep he had a nice dream about what's going to be for a dinner. But when he woke up, all of a sudden he saw 3 silver rods just sprawling out of the land, out of the ground. So he was really surprised, and he was like, what is going on? So he thought, I have to tell about this, but he was not sure if he will be able to find the spot again, because he took his walks always to a different place. So he had an idea. He took his cape and put it over these 3 silver rods so he can find them later. And he ran just in his underwear back to the monastery to tell abbot about it. Then they returned and found a cape with these 3 silver rods under it, and they were happy because silver means wealth, and it was like finding a treasure for them. So since that's how the silver was found, and since that they came miners, and you know, the rest is history. So that's more or less the story. It's this kind of fairy tale. I tell it to my daughter when she doesn't want to sleep. So every kid here knows that. The fun fact atop of it is that the cape was is called in Czech language Kutna, and that's the reason, according to this legend, why this town is later called Kutná Hora, so Kutná mountain. Well, that's probably not where the name came from, but it's a nice legend. So that's the legend. And how was the silver discovered in reality? Probably, well, probably there were some prospectors from the region of Jihlava, because that's not too far away, and the silver was already there, so they were probably looking for another deposits around. And one day they simply found the silver here. as I told you, it was probably like a shire here from the Lord of the Rings, so it was like nice orchards from the monastery, some woods and forests, and lovely stream down in a valley. Well, so in a couple of decades after the silver was discovered or found, it kind of turned into a Isengard. You know, that there were all the mines digging deep in the ground, smoking chimneys and burning everything. Yeah, so that was kind of what happened after that. So it from today's point of view doesn't seem so nice and lovely anymore. The Kang Hill was one of the main hill where the mining was happening. In the time of the game, 1403, there was a church of Saint Mary Magdalene. I hope I'm telling it right, the name. So, you know, the biblical Mary, not the mother of Jesus, the second one. And it was, so if you can see the tower behind me, it was probably somewhere left of it. And there was a whole mining settlement around it. Yeah, I'm not sure how much of the mining settlements we will see in the game, because it was like whole next villages all around the core of Kuttenberg. Even today there are remains of the mining. They are quite visible. Some of the old mines just made sinkholes, so you can't go to the places now. It's behind the fence because it's quite dangerous. But yeah, this whole hill is like Emmentaler. There are mining shafts everywhere. So yeah, that's this little story, just this little pebble in the history of Kuttenberg. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you hopefully next time. If you haven't subscribed this channel, please do, so you don't miss anything. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. So have a nice day. Bye.